Good evening to you. My name is Wayne. I am the Lone Cybertronian. Thank you very much for watching the next review in my little sequence here. So, as promised, I was going to try and do the 3 Autobots that were released as a group as part of the Bumblebee movie. So we did Brawn the other day, we did Ratchet yesterday, and so we move on to the third one in the little gang, and that would be Wheeljack. Usually I'm not too fussed about Wheeljack as a character. He's got an interesting design. Always like the light up ears and things that he has. But mad scientists don't really usually fuss me. He's always been a bit too comedic for my tastes. But I must admit I do like the Cybertronian designs. So I thought, well, you know, I'll give him a go if I'm getting the others. So let's see what my opinion of the little dude is. Okay, so here we have Wheeljack in robot mode, as I tend to start my reviews in robot mode all the time. So here he is. He is slightly shorter, I believe, than Ratchet, but he's a bit taller than Brawn. Thinking back to the Fall of Cybertron game, there was a Wheeljack character mould, and it does actually remind me of this one a little bit, and even that version was a scout class, so it was a small version, so he does kind of fit that that kind of aesthetic kind of thing. So that's quite interesting. Whether they did that deliberately or not, I'm not sure, but yeah, so he's almost a mini bot. Not quite a mini bot, but he's small. But he is a nice figure no matter how big he is. So looking at him there, you've got some nice detailing. Clearly Wheeljack. I mean, you know, absolutely. The colours, the build, the features like the light up sides of his head, the shoulder pylons. You know, it's Wheeljack. You know, without a doubt. It's got some, as I say, it's got some really nice detail, including on his arms in there. Everything looks really nice. Same coming down here on the legs. Everything looks really sleek. He's in kind of an off-white colour. I'm not sure how well that's showing through. That white is not a pure white. It's kind of an off-white. I think the original Wheeljack was pure white, although I never owned one myself, so I don't know. But I don't know. I think he might have looked better in pure, but I'm not going to complain. He looks really nice as is, so I'm not going to argue too much. And obviously you can see there he's got a bit of the blue going on for his side of the head things. I'm just going to look see if they are actually see-through, but I don't think they are. 1 second. No, they are not. I just had a quick check and they aren't see-through. The things on the side of the head, they are painted. It would have been nice if they'd have been see-through. Blue plastic. But yeah, he's quite a nice little figure. I'll say a little short, but his proportions in relation to everything look okay. He's got that seems to be the standard, a big kind of brown looking blaster rifle, which again seems to be the standard here. He's got a hole on his back so you can store it. You can put it handle first in there, which is fine. It'll just sit there, and there it is. There's no other ways of storing it. It just sits on his back like that. So if you don't want his gun pointing it in front of him, you can just put it on his back like that. I thought there was something. He does actually have on the gun here, there is another post, so you can plug that post in as well, so it gives the gun a slightly better silhouette, so it looks like it's ready to pull off his shoulder rather than just being stuck in his back. Ratchet did the same, and I really like that because it gives them a proper weapon storage for their robot modes rather than just having them hold them all the time, so I really appreciate that. But yeah, he's nice. Posability wise, let's see here. So the head is on a ball joint, so that's going all over the place. Arms were going backwards and forwards. Shoulder pylons are moving with it as well, and we are going out to the side. I think that's a ball joint buried in there somewhere, potentially. As you can saw earlier, that's a double hinged elbow right there. No wrist swivel. In fact, the hands are one of the things that disappoint me about this figure, because can you see how shallow that hand is? It looks like he's only got 3 fingers. That's one of the few things that I'm not keen on aesthetically, but I'll take it. So yeah, plenty of movement in the arms there. Waist swivel, yep, we got that. I think that's part of the transform as well. Legs are coming back for days, front for weeks. They are coming out to the side as well. I think that's a ball joint and a hinge in there if I'm looking right. Knees, yep, going back about 45 degrees. They do come forward a bit as well, that's painful. And then the feet, you've got a bit of front and back tilt, and do they actually go side to side? I'm going to be upset if they don't. They do a little bit. We've got a little bit of side to side going on in there, just enough. Mine's a little loose. This leg is a little bit floppy. Not much. He'll hold pose, but it's a little lighter on the. It's a little lighter on the pose than I'd want him to be. I prefer him to be a bit stiffer. But no, he stands just fine. I've got no problems with him. But yeah, there's Wheeljack in his rather glorious looking robot mode. As I say, the only thing is I'm not massively keen on his hands, and like I said, he's a little short, but that's just personal opinion. Anyway, let's see what he looks like in his vehicle mode. And here we go for his vehicle mode. Now, I'm not going to lie, I'm not usually a car person, especially sports cars. It don't interest me. If I'm going for Transformers, I've got a habit of liking helicopters, tanks and dump trucks for some reason. So I'm not usually into cars. However, maybe it's just the colours on this, but I think that looks awesome. It's a sleek racing vehicle. I mean, obviously it's Cybertronian, so maybe it's just a four-wheeled vehicle, but it does look, obviously with the spoiler and the lines here and the intakes, it definitely looks like it's a racing vehicle of some description. Massive and beautiful looking cockpit, absolutely lovely. Transformation's not too complicated, and like Ratchet's, I didn't mention too much about Ratchet's, but it is kind of strange the way it works. The legs move around in interesting ways, like these fold, like they come round this way to form the shins, and then the wheels go across here onto the inside of the leg, and then obviously these are the feet, and the body as well. Basically what happens is the wheels here come in and around to end up on the inside, and then this panel comes up all the way over here. So basically it's got a very hollow body with just the wheels on the inside, and then obviously the chest plate coming over the top, but you look through them and there's not actually much in the middle. But the way they actually do it, the way the sequence works, is very, very interesting, and it's actually a really well designed transform. Same as Ratchet, once I got my head around it, I was like, okay, that's really quite clever. So yeah, I actually really like the figure. I say I love him in robot mode. I think he looks great. But I must admit the car mode really takes it for me. Obviously there's a lot of paint apps going on here, so like all this is all paint. So odds are he'll probably end up getting scratched or damaged further down the line, but for the time being he looks the absolute boss. That's his chest plate, as you can see. They didn't even leave that out, because you could have just left that out and it looks like he's got a bit of a hat on, I suppose. But nope, no, we're taking that and we're shoving it right into the vehicle mode hood, so it's hidden, to give him that bit of extra sleekness. The spoilers are on his arms, so you can see the fists are in there, and they do move a little bit. But I saw another review, I can't remember if it was Piog's review or someone, but they mentioned that the fact that these things move, and they don't really serve a purpose other than maybe helping with the transform slightly, but they don't move enough to really do anything in either mode, so they may as well have left that off, if I'm really honest. Just leave them in the outside position, but maybe that's it, so you can push them in so they're a bit more streamlined, and you can pull them out a little bit, because same as all the other guys, we've got a way of attaching the weapon here. So we've got two little ports in there. Bringing the gun over, there should be, yes, there it is. There's a tab there on the left-hand side. So you've got the post on the back for the robot mode, you've got the tab on the other side for vehicle mode, and literally you just plug it in. Let's see if I can do this without actually looking through the camera. There we are. Oh, that clicked in as well, lovely. So that's why the chest plate disappears into the hood, just so you can get the gun attached. It'll only attach that way around because it's got the post on this side, so it won't tab in the other way, which is fine. And there you've got him armed up, and then say the spoilers come apart a little bit just to give a bit of space for the gun to sit. And I'm fine with that. It doesn't detract too much from the actual vehicle mode itself. Still looks solid, still looks sleek and fast. It's just that it's armed now. So there's your weapon storage. He does rolls quite nicely. How pleasing. Beautiful. And yeah, that's my opinion of Bumblebee movie Wheeljack. It's quite a positive one. I mean, don't get me wrong, he's not a perfect figure by any stretch, but the details on him, the design on him, the transform, while a bit strange, is really, really good and really clever. He looks great in both modes. I've got no complaints whatsoever, and I'm actually really happy to have him in my collection. So yeah, there he is. Thank you very much for watching. By all means, the usual spiel, like and subscribe and all that nonsense. Again, if you've got any special requests that you want me to do for anything that's coming out soon, or that's already come out from Siege, or any of those lines, or even I'm going to be doing Titan's Return at some point. If you've got any requests for anything, then by all means let me know, and I'll see if I can accommodate them. But I've got another one coming up soon. Might be able to get that done tomorrow, continuing with the Autobot movie guys, and then I might hazard a couple of Decepticons, perhaps. We'll see. But yeah, thank you very much for watching, and I will see you on the next one.